Hey wonderful people, welcome back to my channel once again. Just want to wish you a happy new year once again. I hope that you're doing well. I'm really sorry that I can't bring you some good news that this pandemic is all over and we can all get back to some form of normality. However, I really hope that you and your family are doing well and just trying to keep safe as possible. And I hope that this video finds you in good health. Now in today's video, I'll be talking about something that is so vitally important. In today's video, I'll be sharing my top 5 goals for 2021. Now obviously 2020 was very tricky for many people. A lot of plans and a lot of goals were set, but for one reason or another, whether it's the pandemic or other situations within your family or circumstances that are oftentimes out of our control, a lot of those goals were unable to be fulfilled. Now on the flip side to that, I'm sure many people have really had a stellar year. They've achieved all their goals and their expectations. And to those people, I say, well done. Congratulations. So now we rolled into a new year. And, the simple fact is we now need to set perhaps new goals or at least continue some of our previous goals that we had. So in today's video, I'll be sharing my top 5 goals for 2021. Now I hope that this video will encourage you to set both long-term and short-term goals so that you can achieve all your dreams. Now it's so important for you to remember that goals are ever changing, and you may start off at the beginning of the year with one particular goal, but halfway through you might realize that you might need to adjust the goalpost slightly in order to achieve those goals. So whatever your situations, I really hope that you'll be inspired by this video and you'll be able to make your own goals. Guys, my first goal is this: to be consistent in whatever I do. Now, if like me, you probably set yourself goals and dreams and aspirations, things that you're definitely going to do this year. Fast forward to the end of the year, you end up failing miserably. One of the main reasons why we often fail when we set ourselves goals and targets is because we're not consistent. So one of the first things that I'll absolutely try my best to do this year is to be consistent. Now, one of the first things that I said to myself when I started this YouTube channel is that, listen, I'm not going to start it if I'm going to stop after a month or two. I've got to be consistent. So that means I promised myself that I'm going to upload one video every week. Now, I know obviously it's so difficult in our busy schedules to find the time to commit to something. For example, I'm trying my best to commit to uploading at least one video every week. And I'm telling you, with a family, with a regular 9-to-5 job, it is so difficult at times to make sure this deadline is met. However, in order for me to be successful in anything that I do, I've now realized that consistency is the key. So I'll try my hardest. Sometimes it might mean I have to stay up a bit later. I might even have to work a bit harder, a bit longer. However, the rewards are so great and it's so absolutely worth it, especially when I realized that I finally finished filming the video, editing it, and then uploading it, and I know that it's all done and dusted for another week. So definitely have to be consistent with everything that I do this year, and that's my first goal that I'm going to try and achieve. Now obviously being consistent is more of a long-term goal. It's not something that I'm going to do once and then that's it. It's something that I have to maintain, and this is why I put it as my first goal, because if I can be consistent in anything, whether it's going out and viewing properties, whether it's doing my researches online, whether it's uploading a new YouTube video that hopefully will be able to help you, it doesn't matter, all walks of life, even within my family, my personal life, being consistent is so beneficial. So I'm glad I've put that as my first goal that I'm going to try to achieve in 2021. Now goal number 2 is simply this: growing my network. Now it's so important when you're starting any business that you have different links, different people, different resources at your disposal, because ultimately this will help you when you run into any obstacles or where any challenges might arise. If you have people or resources that can help you to overcome these, it's going to be vital along the way. So that is something that I've definitely been working on. Now so far I'm so encouraged to know that I've met so many incredible people within the property investing sector, and they've given me so much knowledge, they've pointed me in the right direction, and a lot of the information that they've given me has been so beneficial so far. So networking is absolutely vital, and part of the reason why I'm doing this here on YouTube is not just to try and build a community for myself, but also to help other people. Perhaps there's questions that I would have had in the past and had answers to. I can now offload that information onto somebody else so that they can grow their network as well. So networking is something that is so vital. And of course, with this pandemic that's currently going on, now more than ever, social media is a fantastic way for you to meet new people and obviously to grow your network and your influence. So that's definitely one of my main goals for 2021 and beyond. Now, my next few goals are going to be quite specific because they directly relate to my business. Now, I've decided to go down the route of setting up a limited company rather than being a sole trader. Now, I'll be doing another video in the future as to why it's best to set up a limited company, but at least in my opinion, for my circumstance, I'm sure your circumstance will vary, but I decided to set up a limited company so that I can buy properties through that company in order to build my property portfolio. So that is my third goal for this year, to set up a limited company. Now, I could have set up a limited company all the way back in 2020. However, I decided to hold off just so that I can see how the markets were going. And there were a few things that was up in the air, and I wanted to make sure all of that was settled first before I consider opening a limited company. So this is the goal for 2021. I'll be setting up my own limited company, making it official, guys, so that I can get the ball rolling and be registered as a business. And I'm so looking forward to that. I'm sure I'll be doing an upcoming video to show you what that process is like, so stick around. Now, my fourth goal is simply this: securing more funds in order to buy my first investment property. Just thinking about it, I'm so excited, guys, and I know that I'm nearly there. So goal number 4 is about saving up as much money as possible so that I can then buy our first buy-to-let, or potentially we can buy, refurbish and refinance. Now, my wife and I, we managed to secure some funds, but obviously, like I said in the previous video, it's always best to have even more money than you think you'll need. So this will be my goal for this year. We'll be trying to accumulate as much funds as possible. I'm also thinking about the potential of having a JV partner. A JV partner is simply a joint venture partner who would invest within the business, and then they'll get a certain percentage of whatever the income or the returns are. So that's something I'm also considering. Now, I understand that not everyone likes the idea of going into business and using someone else's money in order to fund a project. However, if you know what you're doing, this can be so beneficial, and it can get you from 0 to 100 in no time, because you'll have cash in order to purchase a property before taking it forward. Now, if you're also thinking about having a joint venture partner and you're thinking about what it will be like to actually have somebody else's cash in order to inject it into your business to buy a property, and at the end of it they'll get a certain percentage back, keep watching my video, because I'll be sure to do a video covering this at a later date. So stick around for that one, guys. So my fifth and final goal for this year is one that I never even thought would actually be on this list, but because of what's been happening in this world due to COVID, I thought it would be worthwhile me putting this as one of my goals, because in order to find good properties at the best prices possible, there's something that you absolutely have to do, and that is to view as much properties as possible. So yes, guys, my fifth goal is to view as much properties as possible. Now, this may seem like a no-brainer. However, a lot of people, when you're thinking about buying an investment property, sometimes they don't look far and wide enough, and they end up just settling for perhaps a deal that's not potentially the best deal that they could have found. So goal number 5 is going out there and viewing as much properties as possible. And I also hope that I'll be able to bring you along. I hope that when I go out and view some of these properties, I'll be able to bring my camera along and show you guys what it's like to actually go out there, look at these properties, you know, see the good, the bad and the ugly, but also be able to see potential and what to look for when viewing properties. I can't wait to bring you along so that you can experience it too. Now, guys, I recognize that I said that this video was going to be about my top 5 goals for this year, 2021, when investing in properties, but I've decided to give a bonus one, and this is one that I've been thinking about, and I thought to myself, perhaps it will be quite difficult with the market at the moment, but I've decided to add it to the list. I want to challenge myself and make this year the year when I actually buy my first buy-to-let property. So my bonus goal for this year will be this: to buy my first investment property. Now, I know it's going to be tricky, I know it's going to be difficult. However, I thought I'd put this on the list in order to motivate myself, to push myself, to make sure that this dream of mine becomes a reality. Now, I know it's not going to be easy. I know I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of planning, but I do think that 2021 can be a special year in which we take the plunge to buy our first investment property. And I so can't wait. Now, as always, I'll be bringing you along for the journey so that you too can learn from perhaps some of the mistakes that I will make. Undoubtedly, there will be mistakes along the way. However, I know there'll also be success. So hopefully you'll be able to learn from all of the experiences that I'll bring. Now, I know I won't be the only person here that are making goals for 2021. So please, share with me in the comments below if you have some of your goals that you'd like to achieve this year. What are your goals? Are you thinking about buying your first home or potentially an investment property? Perhaps you're into stocks or trading. Please let me know in the comments below because I'll be really interested to know what your goals are for 2021. I'm just going to wrap this video up now, guys, but thank you so much for all of your support as always. We look forward to sharing more content with you as the year goes on. As always, this has been Kenroy. You guys have been terrific. Thank you so much for all of your support once again. Don't forget to comment, like, and of course subscribe, guys. My channel is growing and that's all because of you. Now, whatever you're doing, I hope that you dream big and you set those goals and aspirations and try your best to achieve them. As always, this has been Kenroy saying, I'll see you when you see me. Take care.